All right, so this morning, before I was interrupted to finish my segment this morning about gay restaurant, what you call it, restaurant, or I have to figure out. Anyway, um, the full restaurant owners, that I have a close connection or they could help out because they're not part, like my businesses are not part of the help or of my family, they qualify. Um, I just wanted to talk about this 37-year-old Jamaican from Flatbush. This girl, and she wants to be a manager at the Apple store. She prostituted herself 7 times. Last time she prostituted herself was last month on what was it? On February, no, March, on March 7th, on at 7:30 p.m. She had it lasted 47 minutes. With black male, no, Hispanic male, well, white Caucasian male, a 67-year-old male from Manhattan, no, from Queens, from Corona, Queens. Cool. His name is Abe the Arthur. Arthur what? No, D the Arthur Davis. 716. Good word. But I'm tired of this. Because I said Republican, she got very aggressive on my video. Who cares? Anyway, I want to go back to the quote from back to the Little Prince restaurant, right? I want to go back to my quote, which is very important. I said the man did not ask him if he was a Democrat or Republican. He was a top or bottom. If he has anything to contribute, that was not the mindset of the past. So I asked, why are we infringing the opportunities we were awarded with to the struggling youth of today? That's for every day senior citizen. Anyway, we're going back. I don't know if I'm going today. You had it easy, Fruit Fly. The Fruit Fly had it easy. The man that helped him, a lifelong Republican, originally from an Italian family from Brooklyn, New York, his name is Diego DeLucci. He lived with him until Diego's death. Diego left in a New York savings bank account, $9.7 million, and a Union Square apartment worth today $1.9 million, which he rents there right after his death on June 7th, 1987. Now, now he rents it for $9,500 a month to a family of four. His parents are still alive, and they now live in Union County, New Jersey, since 1991 in Roselle Park. They know me. I've seen them there 174 times. Residents at the 2 Avenue. The longest combo we have had with his parents is 37 minutes. The owner, the Little Prince and Prince Street. Mrs. and Mr. Albert and Clara. Remember those names? Your parents, Albert and Clara. Today, 91 and 92. His one little brother today is a 64-year-old resident of Manhattan, New York. He works for the offices of Citibank. My office is at Citibank. Bernard is his name. Remember your brother Bernard, who lives in the Upper East Side with his partner and his little brother, and your little brother, 62 years old, resident of East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. He lived there 12 years with his partner, 12 years across the the Camp David property on Maplewood on the cul-de-sac. You know the nice house over Richie. His name is Andrew, and he advertises and he sells commercials and everything for the local Pocono radio station. I know him personally. Um, you at the death, you go to an apartment in 22nd Street, Chelsea, for $444,999. Now worth 2.1 million. The owner of Little Prince is named Fred Adon. FREDADON Adon. Now we're gonna go to the owner of Balthazar restaurant on Spring Street. He opened his doors on 2016, a popular restaurant in Soho, owned by 68-year-old gay male, resident of Williamsburg, Brooklyn. He moved to New York City on December 1981 from Little Rock, Arkansas. I mean, 1971, from the Little Rock, Arkansas. At the mere age of 17, he ran away from his loving, caring parents, and he was the only child. They think he died of AIDS. A nice Republican family. He was homeless for 7 full days on December in New York City. A 71-year-old Republican gay man spotted him the 7th day and noticed he was homeless, cold, with nothing on him but $2.11. He's an Italian man originally from Morris Park, the Bronx. He offered him something to eat. He took him and ate Chinese food near Herald Square. And right after, offered him a place to stay at East Village, 3-bedroom apartment in St. Mark's. Didn't send him to the welfare office like these today Democrats do like that. This gentleman, named Frank Frederick Brallo, owner of a local pharmacy in the West Village on Bleecker Street for 72 years. He passed at the age of 97 in Bellevue Hospital on July 6, 1994, and left $17.4 million in the New York savings bank account with no beneficiary. He had no right entitlement to the money. The story, the story continues. Now he rents the St. Mark's apartment unit 7A for $7,500 a month. I bought a two-bedroom unit at the Ritz-Carlton Battery Park, unit 1204, my building, for $2.7 million. His parents are still alive today. Mr. Andrew and Mrs. Anna are alive. Remember Andrew and Anna, who still live with who still live with a broken heart. Because their lifelong Democrat son ran away. The firefly died of AIDS. They live in Linden. Your parents live in Linden. They voted for me. Your parents voted for me 3 times for my ballot. They are my neighbors in my condo building and the Linden Condominium buildings at Unit 504 Linden Towers, and you are Richard Arden. Now we are to the restaurant Boqueria. In New York City, open since 2007. I recommend people here all the time. They're the second location on Spring Street and Thompson Street on Soho, owned by 68-year-old gay male originally from Cleveland, Ohio. Came to New York when he was 17 years old. The growing caterpillar ran away from Granny's home. She thought he died right away. He took a Greyhound to New York City with only $70.04. His granny died on July 8, 1997. A lifelong Republican. He's the only child. His parents still alive and together, lifelong Republicans. His mother had him at 15 years old and dad at 15 years old. He was homeless in New York City for 14 days on a month of August. He slept on the same bench in Central Park South by Columbus Circuit. Richard Day, a wealthy gay Italian man born in Rome, Italy, approached him on August 17, 1969 at 7:21 p.m. and asked if he was okay. He's been watching him for 7 days. He invited him to stay at his three-bedroom apartment on 77th Street in the Lincoln Center neighborhood. A lifelong Republican. He had nothing but a $7.99 black button-down long sleeve shirt and a $10.99 khaki and a $2.99 cotton socks with $29.99 black leather Floversham shoes that his mom and dad purchased for him. Mr. Day brought McDonald's for both of them. 2 cheeseburgers, 2 medium french fries, 2 Coca-Colas for $4.79 total. Mr. Richard passed away from a cardiac arrest in Bellevue Hospital at 10:27 p.m. at the age of 97 on December 7, 1999. He left behind his Citibank, a checking account with $97,553.12, and a savings account with $27.4 million. This gentleman staying with him never worked a day in his life. Like all of them, all of these stories, they never worked a day in their life. They ran away to New York City without the intention of working. Just like the other, on January 2000, he moved and purchased a 2-bedroom unit at 95 Christopher Street, Unit 501, for $275,000 and rented the Lincoln Center apartments for $2,750. Now rents for $12,500 a month to a couple from Nice, France. For 11 years, the unit worth $4.7 million, which he will never get to sell or have a unique deed under his name. His parents today are 81 and 82 years old. They still in love. Resident of Woodbridge, New Jersey. His dad, a Woodbridge retired police officer for 37 years in the force and Woodbridge, protecting and serving the people of Woodbridge. And January 21, 2007 was his retirement. Mr. Richard Roth, officer, and his mother, a waitress for 27 years at the Menlo Park Diner until September 6, 2017. I get the Menlo Park Diner all the time. I've seen her 47 times. I've spoken to her for 47 minutes the most. Mrs. Darlene. His dad, I have seen 37 times, spoken to him for 27 minutes. They live on 117 Green Street, one of the most beautiful streets in Woodbridge, New Jersey. You are Andrew Carl.